I asked on the forums to see if anyone knew who number 1 was. No one responded. He's possibly someone too despicable to speak of. What? He's here. What do I do? Okay, play it cool, okay? You can't know you're onto him, while extracting as much information as possible. How many minion slots you got? Where's my soup? Where's my soup? I need my soup. Here. That's a couple minions. Oh man, he's got the melon skins. Melon skins make your minions go faster, that's a fact. Oh, this man is diabolical. And he's got a rabbit too, level 100? Okay, play it cool, man. He does not know you're after him. Okay? Keep it that way, keep it that way. Wait, that's the farming crystal. Goes. Oh man. How do I not look suspicious? You see, the whole reason I thought farming melons was a good idea was because look at this. You get nothing from the collection. You just get the compacted. It's just XP. And also, if you want to increase your farming level, you mine pumpkins. So this man has fallen into melon madness. A farming crystal is an item in the game that allows farming minions to work 10% faster, but only if they are within an 8-block radius. I have heard that borders don't count, so I have gone to creative and mapped out a slave sphere. This bad boy can handle 22 minions in its radius. The white glass is the crystal, red glass is the minion, the black glass is the crystal borders, and the blue glass is the minion's range. And so, I present to you the slave sphere, a pure concentration of the pain and agony that my slaves produce. So, naturally, I went on the forums to see if anyone else had a decent farming crystal setup. Someone said check their island, and I did. He said he kept going back and forth between 4th and 2nd place in Melons, so he must know what he's talking about. Lo and behold, this man claimed to fit 29 minions in his farming crystal. Have I been duped? Have the admins lied to us? The radius said 8 blocks, but it appeared as if his minions were a lot further than that. It appeared as if I needed to retreat and do some testing. And testing I did do. I did conclude that the borders do count on the farming crystal's range, even on the vertical axis. And that opened a whole new world of possibilities. And so the Slave Sphere 2.0 was born. This boy can fit up to 30 minions in its radius. One thing to note here is that I used brown glass in which 2 minion ranges intersect. The thing about intersecting minions is that there's a chance that both of them will try to mine the same block, in which only one of them gets the item, therefore slowing down the whole thing. But melon minions are different, you see? They plant seeds, and when those seeds grow and put a melon block on a different block, they only mine the melon block after all the seeds are planted. So if we make sure that seeds are on each of the brown glasses, then we shouldn't have a problem. Also, it's going to be a nightmare when I have to empty these minions out. It is finally done. I bring you the Slave Sphere 2.0. Beautiful. And to make things more accessible, I made sure to put their storage chests right in front of them so melons wouldn't grow over there so I could access them easily. I noticed Vappy Boy's minion setup looked different than mine, so I investigated. Out of his 25 minion slots, only 11 of them fit in the crystal. You see, I have an advantage. A farming crystal isn't the only way you can boost a minion's speed. I made a list, actually. In order of importance, 1, get a rabbit pet. 2, upgrade these minions to tier 11 and get more minion slots. And 3, get more super compactors for all the minions. Currently only half of them have it. And number 4, when I have more disposable income, get a fuel source. But you see, to do all that, you need money. And, well, I got these farming boots, which gives me more speed for each level of farming I have, which means I can mine melons at super high speed. And I also got a personal compactor, which compacts the melons when I mine them so they don't fail in my inventory every 5 seconds. But that was the last of my cash. I'm kind of poor now, so where do I get the coins.
I'm sorry, little one.
So I bought a rabbit pet. And the rabbit pet has two very notable abilities. The first gives you more farming XP, which is good because you can level up farming faster, which gives you a better chance to harvest double crops. And like I said before, it gives me more speed on my farming boots. The other ability increases my minions' work speed by up to 30% at level 100. Both abilities are pretty much useless right now, which means my current goal is to level it up as fast as possible. Both the farm crystal and my rabbit's efficient farming ability only work when I'm online, so I'm gonna need to AFK on my island a lot more. Anyway, I was just doing some routine scouting at Vappy Boy's island and I noticed something. We had a good run. Time to pass the torch. He stopped on September of 26th. Vappy Boy had quit being #1 in Melons. He's still #1, okay? He's just really far ahead. He wasn't a diabolical mastermind. He was a soldier, tired of fighting an endless war. What's up here? I haven't been up here before. And that's when I discovered the truth. A truth that has been kept from me for far too long. Farm crystal? Farm crystal is... Wait, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This isn't 8x8. This isn't... This is the real... This isn't the real range of the farm crystal. It's not an 8-block radius. We've been lied to by the admins. It's all conspiracy. They didn't want us to have the true power of the farm crystal. Obviously, I had to test it for myself. I mean, I tested it before, and it was 8 blocks, right? Hey, that one should go first. If the farming crystal's radius is true, we are about to witness whether this... Okay, let's see if it's the same vertical. If that one goes first, we've got a problem. This was the true power of the farming crystal. It's placed right there and it automatically creates a 4x4 area which it calls the center. And the radius is a sphere. 7 blocks wide is where you can place your minions and for it to work. I've already changed my minion layout 2 times and it took hours. Okay, last time for all the cards. Finally, the perfect slave sphere. 31 minions can fit in here, and there's room to walk in between them. Well, I mean, if you don't mind it being not symmetrical. Hopefully this is the last redesign. I call it the final solution. Wait, no, slave sphere. It's still a slave sphere. Anyway, this is it. This is, to my knowledge, the best layout. I added some water because if there's any chance I can grow extra melons, I'm going to take it. I've got 16 slave slots, and the original sphere had 31. I removed 2 spaces to make it look a bit nicer. I'm probably going to add a couple extra things because it looks a bit ugly right now, but I spent so long in this, I'm just going to rest. So if Vappy Boy stopped farming melons, that would make... diabolical. He knew he was going to compete with me the whole time. Maybe I can extract some information though. I don't think he thinks I'm serious about #1. Before I get into some math, I found out that the rabbit boost and the farm crystal are multiplied together to get a new boost. So a max rabbit pet and a farming crystal would equal a 43% boost on your minions. Thank you to this man. I normally wouldn't say this, but I've been scouting his minion setup so I can map it out on my single player world, and I think he noticed me leaving and joining his island. He's quoting Thanos. He thinks I'm copying his layout, but I'm just mapping it out on my single player world to see what its flaws. He's clueless. This isn't his layout. This is my setup, and this is Hochlukas' setup. Hochlukas can fit 29 minions in his setup, 3 of which are actually not in the crystal borders. So, I'll take any victory I can get. Hochlukas does have 25 slave slots though. I found out all of his minions are tier 11, and he's using hyper catalysts. And A tier 11 melon minion produces around 29,907 melons per day. And all you have to do is multiply each minion output with the farming crystal and his rabbit pet boost, assuming he has his alt account afking on his island with a level 100 rabbit pet all the time, which he is basically 23 hours a day. So I'm being generous in my calculations. Add that with his minions that aren't in the farming crystal radius, so you only use the rabbit pet multiplier, and hyper catalysts multiply each minion output by 4. You get him farming 4,230,046 melons per day. Stay in school, kids. Assuming he doesn't farm more melons manually, which he said he only was doing it because he was close to second last time I saw him. You see, the more you level up your rabbit, the more XP it requires to level up again. So I thought it would be a good investment to buy a farming EXP boost, which, if given to the rabbit, will give it more XP when farming. It's a long-term investment, but once we get the sooner we get this to level 100, the better. I have 17 slave slots now. They're all tier 9. I got most of them super compactors, and when I look in my collection, I have farmed a little over 4 million melons, and that is top 0.1%. Am I satisfied? Maybe. Because you see, even if I could somehow AFK on my island for 24 hours a day, and I unlocked all 29 slave slots instantly, and they all had super compactors, and I could afford hypercatalysts for all my minions for all the time, I would only be gaining 265 melons per day over Hochlukas, and that transfers to a little under 9 months. I did reach a goal of the top 0.1%. It could be good enough. I did do all that scouting, but unless they actually update Skyblock, unless there's like a really fast way you can mine melons that changes the game forever, number 1 might be a little average. I'll keep grinding. I'll still grind, but maybe not to number 1. If an opportunity did arise and I could make it to number 1, I'd make another video about it. It should pop up on your screen about right here if I did. If not, then it'll just be a random video. I also did make another video about this, about starting to farm melons, but it's like under 2 minutes, and I feel like I've improved a lot since then, even though it was like my last video. So, I mean, if you do want to watch it, it should pop up on your screen next to the other one. And, yep, melon.